So we're going to show you how to log into the Transflo GeoTab tablet, and we start out on this main Transflo mobile screen. Now, if someone would call you and ask you what tablet you have so they can view the screen with you, right down here at the bottom, there's 3 vertical lines. We can tap on that, and that'll move us back to the main page, and it's a white screen. So now on the bottom of this line, it'll say um, you would tell the person 9816. Now we're going to tap on the Transflo in cab. So that brings us back to the sign in screen. Moving forward for Transflo, we will be using the fleet ID of SJRGM as in Mary, whereas our actual SCAT code is SJRG, but for Transflo, it'll be SJRGM moving forward. Now we'll enter your email address that you were given from either orientation or the individual that gave you the training. It will be your email address. The password has now changed to your driver code plus the last 4 of your social. The driver ID, you would type your driver code in at the bottom. We would then hit login. So it comes to open app settings. So you would hit open app settings on the bottom. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go into hours of service and put ourselves on duty to show you how to edit your logs. So we would hit HOS login. It'll go through the screen, and then it's going to ask you to accept the user agreement with GeoTab. And once it does that, it will go, and this is the second time we've logged in, so it did not give us that screen. So now we're going to look for our truck number. We're going to use truck 607 as our truck number for this um, um, assignment. So as you go through, you notice there's a lot of them. A lot of times it's just as easy to go to the top and type in the number 607, and then it'll pop up on the screen. Now, if you are out in an area by yourself, 607, I should have typed in, I put 607. And now you see the number at the bottom, and you can tap on the truck number. So now it's syncing us to the truck. We're going to hit save and continue right now. And then we're going to go in. If you have days to verify, we're going to scroll down to the bottom and hit skip for right now, and then skip remainder. So this is the main hours of service screen that we will have that we will be using on a daily basis. So if we hit the HOS in the top left, it shows us off duty with the blue background by off. And now we're going to hit on duty. Now pay attention, when it pops up, there's going to be a little box that pops up. This is where you would hit it, and you would make a note if you were doing a pre-trip, post-trip, sleeping, fueling, you would make a note. For right now, we'll just put training down. And then we'll hit save. So now we are on duty, the blue background. So as we go through the screen here, on a daily basis, when you hook to a different trailer, you would hit them 3 lines at the bottom with the word more, and you would tap on that, and then you would have your assets. This is where you would go in and change the trailer number that you are picking up every time you change a trailer, because we need it for our logs and for our VIR. So we'll go ahead, hit assets, and then you can see you can hit the plus sign. So when you hit the plus sign, again, we got 2,400 trailers. So it's just as easy to type a trailer in there. For now, we're just going to use the trailer number 1, which is down below, and we're going to attach it. And then for right now, we're going to scroll down to the bottom, and we're going to, we'll do the vehicle inspection here in a little bit. So if we keep scrolling down, this is where you would go in. So we're going to hit the back arrow key up by the left. So now, one more time, that'll put us back. And this is, so we have truck 607 and we're attached to trailer number 1. Now down below with your shipments, every time you do a loaded call, we need to go in and put your load information for on your logs. So we would hit the plus key. And for a shipper name, so today we're going to use Craft. And we know we have a load of cheese, so we're going to hit the commodity. We'll put cheese. And the shipment document number will be the BOL number, so we'll use 123 on the shipment document line. And then we'll scroll down and then we hit add. So now we have our load information on the load. So now if we scroll, if you add another, if you have a LTL load, you would add another shipment. But now we'll hit the back arrow key up at attach shipments. That'll bring us back to this screen. So here we have our truck, we have our trailer attached, and we have our load information. That way, if the DOT would inspect us, we have all the proper information with us. So now we're going to hit that back arrow key up at the top. So now, say a DOT officer does pull you over. The first thing you want to do is you always want to make sure you're on duty. And then we're going to go into roadside check. So if you hit roadside check right here, now we can put a 4-digit PIN. That 4-digit PIN you can make up at the time of the inspection. So for now, we'll put 1234. And then set PIN, and then we got to confirm it. So we'll type it in there again. So now we confirmed our PIN, and now if you look on the screen, this is where the DOT officer can do the roadside inspection. This locks the tablet down so they're only able to enter what they're supposed to enter. And then when the inspection's over with, you hit the X button at the top right, and then you'll put your PIN in there again, and now your tablet will be open back up for your normal course of business for during the day. Now we're at the very bottom. We see asset inspection right beside more. So this is where you would go in and hit asset inspection. And now this is where you would start your day with a pre-trip, where you would have to do one for the tractor and the trailer. So for right now, we're going to do the trailer. We'll inspect the trailer. So now we can go through we're going to choose a pre-trip to begin our day. And now we're going to scroll down. And this is if you find a default in one of these categories, you would go in there and you would mark the default. If you do not have any defaults, at the very bottom, it'll say no major or minor defects found. So then you would click on that and hit yes. And now we're not going to do it for the tractor, but you would do the same thing for the tractor. So now that we've done our asset inspection, we can go back to HOS at the bottom. And now we can go in and we can start our day or do what we need to do next. Now, if we scroll down a little bit here, you're going to see view exceptions. So we can go in here, and this is where you'll find yard move, and this is where you'll find personal conveyance, and also adverse driving conditions if the weather is bad. This is where you would go in and start them movements. So if we go back to the top right now, you will see view cycle recap. This is where you'll go in and you can see your 8-day cycle, and you can look at what you are going to gain back at the end of the day. And at the end of today. So right now, what I want to do is I'm going to change our duty status to off duty, and then I'm going to show us how to fix a mistake. So we'll go back up to the top and change our status to off duty. And then if you look right underneath the name is the words logs with 3 lines. This is where we're going to go in to view our log. So if we tap on that, and now we can scroll down and look at today's log. As you can see, we're off duty until this afternoon, and now we have 7 minutes of on duty that we're going to change. Typically, on duty is if you stop the truck, you get out, you don't change your duty status where you have to correct it, or you left yourself on duty from the night before. So if you scroll down a little bit further, you're going to see on the left-hand side for 6 minutes. That is the chunk that we're going to change. So all you have to do is tap on, and then hit that little pencil beside on duty. You'll switch to off duty, and then you'll scroll down, and we got to create a reason. And for right now, we'll just type in error at the add annotation. And then you hit save. So now if we scroll down and look at the graph, all that time has been moved up. So I want to show you, so even if you verified your logs, you can go back and change it now with this new system instead of calling into safety. You just got to state why you're changing it. So we're going to go back to yesterday on the date. So we'll scroll to the top, and then we'll hit that back arrow key to yesterday's date. So now if we scroll down, I've been off duty all day. So now for this practice, we're going to switch it to sleeper berth. So we'll go down to the bottom and we'll click our off, and we're going to hit the edit button beside where it says, and then we're going to change it to sleeper berth. And then we're going to go down and make a note at the bottom and say training. This makes it a lot easier. If you accidentally do certify your logs, you can still go in and make a change. You just got to state the reason why. All right, because it's not registering our truck, it's not letting us switch to sleeper berth. So we'll go back and change that to off duty. All right, then we'll hit save. All right, so we're gonna end, we're gonna hit close on the top left. And that brings us back to the main menu here. And the next recording, we'll talk about a little more on the rest of the tablet.